Now, one of the things you want to do, obviously, to add some value to your customers, if you want to be able to track your advertising here, obviously. Now, if people are using QR codes, they want to know that they're actually getting a result from it. They don't want to be using QR codes and find that, well, it's not really doing anything for them, they're not getting a response. By you being able to track the results from the QR codes and actually being able to give them physical results and say, this is what's happened, look, with these QR codes you have seen a 60% increase in visitors to your website, or the QR codes have been responsible for whatever it might be. It gives you a really, really good opportunity to communicate with your clients and show them the value of the QR codes and how it's improving their business. And that is very, very important. So how do you track this? Now, there are free options that you can use, but realistically you're going to have to start paying for it, particularly if you are using too many clients. If you're doing this for a lot of clients, you are going to want to pay for an account simply so that people can use it and use it well. So you can see here, this is one of them here. It's percentmobile.com, and you can have a look at this yourself if you want to. They've got it here. It tells you the tracking solution for QR codes. But as I said, there's a variety of different solutions, and realistically you are going to have to pay for it. But if you are paying for it, then you are in a position where you'll be getting the money back from your client. So it's not as if you're going to be paying for this and not getting any response at all, any money back. So you wouldn't invest in this until you are ready to go. So you can see here, it tells you create QR code, it's distributed, they scan it, and then they obviously track it. So very, very, very good. And it's worth using something like this to get yourself going, because quite simply people are going to want a return on investment, and if you cannot show them how the QR code is performing, then they're going to sit there and go, well, why am I paying this chap every month? Why am I paying you $50 a month when I can't see any return in it? I mean, they may well be getting a return, it's just that they may not realize it, simply because they can't see the stats. They've got to have the statistics so that they know it's working for them. So your responsibility is to show them. Now, another site is this one, ventipix.com, VENTIPIX. This is another site which will help you with your QR code tracking. And again, you can see there's some information here on the front. But if we look at this, look at analytics, then we can sort of go through and have a look. So there you are. It's a professional web-based PHP application that allows you to track your QR codes. And realistically, that's what you're going to need. You've got to have some way of knowing that you're getting a good return on investment, because frankly, as I said, companies are into the numbers. They want to know the numbers. Now, for us as internet marketers, perhaps we're not all as bothered by the numbers as we should be, but the numbers are important to offline companies. It's very important for them to know that they are seeing a return on the money they're spending. If they're spending, a couple of $100 with you, or a few $100, whatever it might be, they're going to want to know that they're getting some money back from it. They don't want to just give you money out of the kindness of their hearts. Obviously it'd be good if they did, but most of them won't want to do that. And I know, it's hard to understand why. I mean, we're brilliant marketers after all, but they need to see that they're getting something back, and that's why it's so very important we track it. Now, this is another site that you can use. As I said, it's really a personal preference as to which one you do choose to use. It depends on what you like, how much you want to pay, whether you're willing to do it sort of on the cheap to start with, or whatever. Really, it's your decision ultimately at the end of the day, because it's your business. and you've got to pick the one that you think is best for you. So you can see here what it does. It generates the QR codes, allows you to track them, but geo-tracking. You can look at different phone models, you can check, do goal tracking, you can do some nice pretty reports, and so on and so forth. So let's see, how much is it? It's free as you do, so long as you don't remove the copyright phrases, but then it's $25. I mean, let's be honest, you know, $25 you're going to get back from your first client. You know, that's your first month's money off your client, isn't it? So, you know, it is worth investing that. I mean, for $25 you can be up and running, being able to create your own QR codes and basically to offer full tracking. So that's particularly powerful. I mean, you can even include this fee in the costs. So, you know, if you're charging people $100, you charge them $125 to cover the cost of this software, and you can even say, well, the software becomes yours, it's yours to do with as you please, and it's actually registered in the company's name rather than your name. You can do it like that. It's really not a problem. So that's tracking your QR codes. And, you know, as I said, I cannot stress strongly enough, this is very, very important for you as a marketer. If you can track these QR codes and you can come back to your customers and you can show them, you know, 2 months later you come back to them and say, right, well, you know, yes, we've been doing QR codes now for a couple of months, and let's have a look at the statistics. Right, now you've had a 50% increase in traffic, you've seen your sales go up by 30%, you're getting visitors from across the world, blah, 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 blah. You know, you can prove the effectiveness, and it justifies your cost. You know, after 2 or 3 months, if you don't show an offline company statistics, they're going to be scratching their head going, well, is it worth me my while paying this person? Are they doing anything for me? You know, how do they know that they are getting a good return? You know, how do they know it's worth the money? Well, they don't unless you show them these statistics. So make sure you invest in something like this and you show them that statistics and you help them to realize the value, because not only will they happily keep paying you, but they will tell their friends about these fantastic QR codes that they're using, and it's making them loads of money and it's really helping their business, and there's this great person that is doing it for them, i.e. you. So going back with the statistics shows you are a professional and will help your business significantly. So use one of those 2 sites. The URLs are in the accompanying manual if you're in any doubts about them. So it's easy for you to have a good look there and go through to them. As I said, it's up to you. There are other options for tracking them. These are 2 of them most popular and easiest to use, but it's well worth doing it, and it really is essential. So please make sure that you track your QR codes.